Hello and welcome to Beyond Threats webinar, where we untangle the complexities of fashion, logistics and customs in a rapidly changing regulatory landscape. My name is Katja Idsinga and I'm Customs Director at Bleckmann, and I'm delighted to guide you through today's session, Customs Strategies. In the next few slides, I will talk about customs strategies you can apply when handling fashion and lifestyle products. I will start with a recap of the main customs rules, who's involved, customs procedures and declarations. In the second part of the webinar, I will highlight some strategies you can consider to maximize supply chain benefits. In this part, I'll make a split between customs data elements on one hand and customs procedures on the other hand. Please note that this is for guidance purposes only and is not meant to be an exhaustive overview. When moving goods across borders, customs comes into play. It is important to note that the European Union is seen as one country and as such as one customs territory. Customs rules are governed by national customs administrations, but many other stakeholders are involved, such as the entity importing or exporting the goods and a customs broker. There are various customs procedures that can be distinguished, such as import, export, bonded warehousing and transit. For any customs declaration, data elements are required to identify the parties, the products involved, as well as the data elements to calculate customs duties due. As most of fashion and lifestyle items attract customs duties, which is driving the ultimate cost of your products up, we would like to provide you with some strategies that may help in the further assessment of your supply chain. I would like to start with providing some notes on the customs data elements. When calculating the customs duties due, you have to multiply the tariff by the customs value of the products. The tariff is retrieved from the HS code. Customs origin of the product may impact the applicable tariff. Customs origin can be distinguished in preferential origin, which may lower the duty percentage, and non-preferential origin, which may actually impose restrictions on the product, such as license requirements or anti-dumping duties, which may increase the price. Please note that preferential or non-preferential origin may impact the duties, but not always does. In this webinar, I will not go into all the details of how to determine the correct HS code value or origin. When we're looking at the first element of country of origin, free trade agreements are a crucial element. Free trade agreements are agreements between two or more countries and detail, amongst others, mutual trade facilitation. Often, these trade agreements also outline that the concluding countries apply lower duties when importing specific products originating from one country into another. As a result, the normal duty rate of 10%, for example, may be lowered or even be abolished completely. As mentioned, duties due are calculated by multiplying the tariff by the customs value. If there's no option to lower the tariff by means of preferential origin, it may be worthwhile to look at the customs value. In some countries, like the US, it is possible to apply a first sale for export rule. This rule allows you to apply the first sales transaction in a chain of transactions for customs importation. Note that this rule is not applicable in the European Union. In the previous slide, we discussed some customs strategies based on elements determining the customs duties due. Now I'm going to highlight some more supply chain related elements. When sourcing from abroad, upon arrival in a country, usually an import declaration is filed. And filing the declaration, customs duties and import VAT becomes due. Instead of importation, it is also possible to store your goods in a customs bonded warehouse. When doing so, goods remain under customs supervision. Duties will only become due if and when you import the goods. This can be a cash flow advantage, but does come with some additional administrative burden. Consideration to make here is whether your goods are dutiable in the first place. When products are zero rated, it does not make sense to apply a customs bonded warehouse. Also, if the majority of your goods are destined for another country, storing in a bonded warehouse may avoid double payment of customs duties. For example, when you first import into one country, for example the Netherlands, storing it there and subsequently moving it to the UK when shipping to a facility there. As a second point, I want to highlight a strategy that could particularly be interesting for fashion and lifestyle due to the high return rate of the products. Under strict circumstances, it is possible to apply the return goods regime. For these returns, from an exporting country. Caveat is that if there cannot be made a one-to-one match between the goods initially exported and the ones returned, application of the returns good regime is not possible. As a last point, I want to highlight something that is also more often seen in fashion and lifestyle than in other sectors, being a low-value import facilitation. Many countries allow low-value shipments to be imported without payment of duties and often also simplified import declarations. This could potentially work for your B2C shipments as well. With this, I would like to conclude this webinar on customs strategies. I hope this will give you some food for thought on setting up your supply chain strategy. I would like to thank you for your attention. My name is Katja Idsinga, and I will see you at the next Beyond Threats webinar.